it's Jazzy Anne, and welcome back, Snacks.
But when he loves me, I feel like I'm floating when he calls me pretty.
Do you ever wake up and ponder every single aspect of your life? Sorry if that's a little deep to start off this video. Hey, there's a doggy. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh my gosh. So I decided, you know what? I just need to go for a little walk. I always feel like 10 times better after I do something active, like run or just work out in general. So I'm gonna do that today, and you guys are gonna come along for the walk with me. I actually did a video very similar to this like 2 months ago, but then I privated it. Take this video with you outside, put your little AirPods or your wired earphones in, I don't discriminate, and let's go for a walk together. Oh, it is such a pretty day outside. Wait, look at the way like the wind is rustling. I almost tripped. Aw, like, do you feel the life? I feel it. There's people like kayaking and stuff. Oh my gosh. Such a pretty day. I used to wonder why talking about the weather was like considered small talk. Like, I never understood why people cared so much until I realized that the weather makes a huge difference. If it's a sunny day, chances are I'll most likely have a good day. I've noticed that recently, I think I've kind of been neglecting my passion for YouTube for some reason. Not saying that like I haven't been working hard, because I have been working hard and I'm not gonna discredit myself. I just don't think that my head has been as into my YouTube career recently. YouTube has been a big part of my life for a long time, right? So I feel like because of that, I sometimes have a tendency to treat it like more of a routine rather than like practicing my passion, if that makes any sense. I'm glad I realized this though, like that this has kind of been like a pattern that's been going on, because I really do care about YouTube a lot and I really like making videos. So it feels like a part of me is missing whenever I'm like not actively pursuing that passion of mine. And I know that me simply verbalizing it will not necessarily change anything. I think it's important to talk about and share with you guys. I'm simply just stating I always want to improve my videos, and I think I want to just actively practice my passion more. There's a lot of people out today. It's so refreshing. Here's the city. Do you hear the wind rustling? Makes such a difference in the day. I'm gonna start treating this like a normal walk now, and I'm gonna start answering the questions that you guys sent me, just for random stuff to talk about. We're on this walk together. I screenshotted like at least 100 of these, so I'm gonna try to answer every single one of them. This is gonna be a bit of a chaotic walk, but all my videos are pretty chaotic, so very first thing, can this be the first question? Yes, of course. Okay, next question. Do I like One Direction? Yes, 100%. I love One Direction, except I did not like One Direction until they stopped making music, because the entire time that they were popular, I desperately wanted to be so different, so I decided to not like them. I liked 5 Seconds of Summer. Goldfish or Cheez-Its? Cheez-Its, 100%. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, because it's basically bread, meat, and most likely toppings. It's literally a sandwich. Describe my first crush ever. My first crush was a boy in 2nd grade. 18-year-old me describing a prepubescent boy. Sounds a little off, but I do remember that I had glasses in 2nd grade, and he told me that he thought my glasses were really pretty, and I've never ever forgotten about that. Still think about it today. So, ooh, girls having to shave. I prefer to be shaven because it makes me feel clean. I like feeling smooth, but I do understand why it is a bit controversial and problematic, because like the double standard, like boys don't need to shave, but girls should. See, I don't want to tell anyone how to live their life. You know, it is a bit of an interesting topic that like girls are expected to shave, you know? Kind of actually really annoying now that I think about it. Where do you think Gen Z is headed? I think Gen Z will do a very good job at taking care of their future children. I feel like Gen Z is definitely the most educated on mental health, which is something that I think a lot of the older generations lack to understand. Not saying that like every single individual that is older than me doesn't understand mental health. I just mean like the generation as a whole, I feel like does not have as much of understanding, just because it wasn't really like talked about whenever they were younger. So that is what I think of Gen Z. There's a bunch of poop just on the bridge. All right. Oh, people are rowing. This is so cool. I need to show you. Is Olivia Jade over there? Do I miss being home all the time? Great question. I really used to. First semester of college, I wanted to go home all the time, which is interesting because I've never really considered myself a homebody, but first semester, like, I didn't go home that often, but I wanted to a lot. Now, not really. Now that I've been living in Austin for long enough, I have visited home. Like, I love seeing my family, my friends, of course, but like the general area that I grew up in, I've definitely outgrown. I like the community in Austin, and I like the way that it makes me want to improve myself. So I don't want to go home all the time anymore, which I think is a good thing. It's a sign of growth. This person's asking for a worst date story slash best date story. I've had a solid amount of good dates, but they've all been like, hey, let's like hang out, you know? I don't have any like bad date stories, but with my first boyfriend ever, this was before we were officially dating. I think it was like our second date. I don't know why this happened. He like tried to hold my hand and I like almost vomited. I don't know why. It's nothing that he did. There was nothing wrong with him, and it's nothing that he did. I think I just wasn't used to ever being touched. So I was like, ugh. But then I calmed down. Now I'm a very touchy person, so the tables have turned. What was something that embarrassed me really, really bad? I have two individual stories. First one, I was 7 years old. There was a bunch of like middle schoolers in the dressing room with me, I guess. They all started like pantsing each other, and then one girl pantsed me, and I happened to be the only person whose underwear also came down. So my 7-year-old cooch was just hanging out. I was the only person that it happened to, so I was a little embarrassed. Thankfully, they're all women. And then I guess my other really embarrassing story, I've told this story so many times. Basically in 6th grade, I sat next to my crush. I had the biggest crush on this kid. I sat next to him in math, and I like farted super loud one day. But like I said, we should normalize farting. I'm tired of apologizing. Exciting plans for the summer. I do have some exciting plans. So I'm going home for the summer. I like can't stay in Austin for 3 months. I've realized that I've lived in Austin for a year almost, and I don't really know like a lot about the city at all. And I don't really know the streets. So I think I'm gonna set aside a week where I just come down to Austin and like explore by myself. I purposely want it to be by myself. I want to explore the city, write stuff down. Like I want to know where I live, you know? I'm excited. Sorority life, oof. I'm gonna have to be careful because I'm in a sorority right now. I will be 100% honest. I love the girls I've met in my sorority. I think they're really sweet, down to earth. I don't get along with everyone, but I don't have like beef with anybody. It's a group of 70 girls. There's no realistic way I'm gonna vibe with every single person, and I actually care about what our philanthropy stands for. I will say though that some of the traditions are a little culty, and some sorority stuff just reminds me too much of high school, which is what I was trying to stray away from. But you know what? Can't have everything, and I'm still happy with my sorority, and I love the girls that I've met through it. How to choose good friends? Great question. Having like a common interest with someone, or like being in the same club as someone, is a great way to start. How to know if they're like good friends is after you hang out with them, the way you feel afterwards says enough. If you feel like super freaking insecure or like awful after you hang out with someone, chances are probably not the best friend. What is the worst smelling food in my fridge right now? Okay, we have no food in our fridge right now. There's 4 of us that live there, and none of us have gone grocery shopping. Fun little story, there was this one time, I think Morgan bought like a whole cucumber at the beginning of the year. I don't think we noticed that it was in our fridge until like end of first semester. They were so gross. The cucumbers were so gross. What grade was I in when I had my first kiss? I was a sophomore in high school. Okay, next, period cramps. I have yet to like openly talk about my period on my YouTube channel because like it is a bodily function. No one should ever feel like insecure or like a gross person because of it, but it still is a bodily function that is a little gross if you don't take care of it properly. In high school, I like never struggled with cramps or anything like that. My flow was never that bad, but for some reason, my cramps recently have been so painful and so bad. They make me feel sick. Oh my God, I hope this isn't TMI. My flow for the first 2 days is just not good. It's really not. Who is my celebrity crush? Zendaya. She'll always be my celebrity crush. I love her so much. Ariana Grande, I'm so obsessed with her. I can't help it. I have such a crush on Beatrice. She's a music artist. She's half Filipino. She's incredible. I love her aesthetic. She's so inspiring. I just really like her. For the men, Harry Styles. Obviously, he's so talented. He's so attractive. Like, beating toxic masculinity. Like, I just adore him. I adore him. I adore him. I love him. I love him. Also, Ross Lynch, that man, I love him. Who are my favorite YouTubers right now? They're featured on my YouTube channel right now. I need to look. Cody Ko, love him. Hannah Maloche, love her. Drew Gooden, I love him. I think he's so funny. Same with Danny Gonzalez. Also, Gus Johnson. I've been watching a lot lately. Like, him and his brother are so funny. I love the both of them. Ideal guy. If you are passionate about something, that like speaks levels. And if you can genuinely make me laugh. A lot of people can make me laugh, but there's like a difference. If you can like really make me laugh and I just like being around you, then yeah, most likely I like you. It's not that complicated. Worst emojis, okay, all of the cat face emojis bother me. The laughing face emoji, I just think we've moved past that, but I also won't hate you if you use it. I would use the laughing face ironically, very ironically. It has to be a specific situation, but I have not been in that situation in a while. What is my favorite toe? Definitely my pinky toe, because it's the smallest, it's the cutest, and it's the least inconvenient. I don't like my feet. Is Monday or Sunday the start of the week? I think it's Monday, because Sunday's my day of rest. Every Sunday I dedicate to resting or just chilling the F out. I think it's very necessary. Okay, thanks for joining me on my walk. I know this is a more relaxed video than usual, but I really personally needed this and enjoyed my walk. And I encourage you to go on walks. If you hate the idea of exercise, I understand, but simply going on a walk that takes like very minimal effort makes a huge difference. It makes you feel a lot better. Just like being outside. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my car, because I need to go back to my car. And then once I go back to my car, I will film my outro. But first I need to go back to my car. Okay, so I lied. I never filmed my outro, so I'm doing it right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's more on the chill side. Make sure you subscribe, take part in the snack pack, because I post videos every single Friday. Remember, today is a great day to take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. What can I do when all I've ever done is lose? Where can I go now? When every time I find a place I'm dreaming, and nothing else I find.